Metatron explained, it's like a trap door in your brain that allows you to access a vast amount of memories. You may choose that curriculum when you return to Soul School.
To Soul School.
Hi, it's Debbra Lupien, voice of the Akashic Records, bringing you a new message from Archangel Metatron in 4 parts. There are handy chapter markers provided below so that you may choose to listen to individual parts. However, I encourage you to listen to the entire message, as there are golden nuggets of wisdom throughout that you won't want to miss. Before we begin, you may wish to take a moment to ground and center yourself. Close your eyes, take a few deep, relaxing breaths, and settle into a comfortable space conducive to absorbing Metatron's words. Metatron begins. You come seeking truth, and truth you shall have. There are some truths that are immutable, while others are quite subjective. Personal truths have greater latitude than universal truths, which simply are what they are. The truth is, your world is in turmoil and needs tending. We applaud the progress made by dedicated lightworkers. However, it's going to take a great many more casting their fears aside and joining the cause. It's going to take dedication, commitment, perseverance, patience, and massive amounts of love to transform your world. Lest you feel overwhelmed and give up before you start, let me remind you, you are ready. You chose to be here at this time exactly because you are ready. Through thousands of lifetimes, you've been expanding your consciousness, learning and growing into the amazing being that you are today. Stand tall and proud. It's perfectly fine to be proud of your accomplishments. In fact, we say revel in them. Bask in appreciation for who you are today and who you will be tomorrow. You are a magnificent thread in the grand tapestry of creation, a vital component, admired and appreciated. There will be some dark days ahead, but we say unto you that even the darkest day holds promise and has value. When you find yourself in the dark, you need only hold out your hands and call upon your Akashic team. We will step up to guide you towards the light every time. We are only a heartbeat away, always with you, ever faithful to our purpose, which is supporting and guiding you. That is how very precious you are to your Creator, that you have a permanent team who have been with you always, and so shall it ever be. We remind you of this because in the darkest hours, it is quite natural to feel alone, perhaps even despondent. However, that perception is untrue. Again, we say, we are always with you. Yes, we take a step back to allow for your journey and your choices. We cannot interfere, but all you need do is call out, and we step right back up to comfort and guide. In fact, were you to call a bit more often, we would be overjoyed. We admire your independence while also highly appreciating when you ask for help. As in all things, balance is the wise choice for the highly conscious soul. As the first message concludes, the quiet strains of Swing Low, Sweet Chariot sound in the background, like a lullaby, soothing and reassuring. Allow that feeling to permeate your being just for a moment. Now take a deep breath and we'll move on to the second message. I asked, Metatron, manifestation is a topic on which we could use some enlightenment. What can you share with us about being a more effective manifester? Metatron replies, as in all things, trust and allow. Don't worry about the how. It may show up on its own, or you may need to follow breadcrumbs to retrieve it. However, if it is your desire, then it will manifest. Stop worrying about the details. You often block manifestations by being rigid in your vision about what your manifestation will look like. We are fully capable of assisting in manifesting something even grander and better for the purpose than you have yet imagined. Another way that you block manifestations is by putting too much focus upon the when. When is not your concern. There are usually details to be worked out, some which take longer than others. Trust that we are working diligently on your behalf to line up people, places, and things which will facilitate manifestation. Your responsibility is to keep moving forward as you feel led and let us take care of the details. We'll send out an SOS if and when we need you to take action beyond what you're already doing. That's the trust and allow part. When you put energy into fretting because your manifestation has not yet shown up, that energy causes further delays. Stay in the flow. Look for reasons to be in gratitude and tend to your own business, trusting that your manifestation will show up in divine timing. What else do you have to share today, Metatron? Metatron resumes. Slow down and savor each day, lest you reach the end of your days filled with regret. I inquire, is that the secret of those people who have near perfect recall of their lives, like the actress Mary Lou Henner? Is it because they live in the moment that they're able to recall each and every day in such detail? Or is it something else? Could it be because they have a secondary God spark and they're tuned into two channels of divine energy? Metatron responds, that is a good hypothesis, but not the answer. They have tapped into a portion of their amygdala that you have not. There is a space like a trap door. Theirs is open, yours is closed. They have metaphorically crawled through that door to a cavernous space where all those memories are stored, and with that door open, they can retrieve at will, much like you retrieve records from a database. I question, it seems like they were born that way. Does this mean that in a past life they accessed this trap door, or is it something that happens when they're not incarnated? Is it connected to their soul matrix? Metatron explains, it transcends the soul matrix and is available to all should they choose to put in the time and effort to learn this technique. Once learned, this skill will be accessible to them in all future incarnations. Not all souls see the value in this skill, so they have chosen not to take up the study. I asked, is it something you recommend as part of our soul journey to higher consciousness? Metatron answers, that is totally up to you. There are always new areas of study to pursue, each valuable in their own way. You will have the chance to select your curriculum when you return to Soul School. I interject, so you're saying it's not something we need concern ourselves with right now. Metatron emphasizes, this is your journey. If it piques your interest, then research it so that you can make an informed choice when the time comes. There are vast areas of study available to you in Soul School. This is but one. Usually, you're in a hurry to reincarnate, so your study time is limited. It's gone quiet for a moment, so I ask, anything else, Metatron? Metatron begins again. As you go about your day, we encourage you to pause now and then and do a mini life assessment. How are you feeling about things? Are you satisfied, happy, content? Then bask in appreciation for the choices that brought you to this place. Otherwise, reflect upon what's not working. How might you make adjustments? What new choices await to shift you back into harmonic alignment with your soul? What is stopping you from taking that action? How often do you run into the wall of, I can't? Make note of those instances, for can't is an illusion, usually connected in some way to fear. You would best be served by eliminating can't from your vocabulary. The answer is always yes. It's simply a matter of choosing and moving. Now, that might require evaluating the how. Often, it's a simple shift in perception that opens the door to I can. That may mean the result looks slightly different than you envisioned. However, following the path of I can may lead to something as delicious, if not more so. When you encounter a block, do not give up. Neither get into conflict. Instead, reconnoiter until you see the way clear once more. We promise there is always a way. Your guides work diligently to ensure this is so. When you breathe, relax, allow, and trust, your energy shifts, your eyes are opened, and you will see the path that heretofore was hidden from sight. Always feel your way into the flow of energy. Choose the easier path. Go ahead. You've come with a big agenda. Stay in the flow and savor your glorious journey. When you encounter a challenging obstacle, know that there is always a way over, under, through, or around. Let go of fear and resistance so that you will naturally be drawn forward by the current of energy. Trust that this is true, and next time you encounter such an obstacle, you'll find you're able to move forward faster and easier after perhaps a short pause. With awareness and intent, you can nearly eliminate resistance. As soon as you recognize the uncomfortable sluggishness of resistance, look around for a new choice that puts you back into flow. The sooner you recognize the feel of resistance and do something about it, the less time you'll spend out of flow. We encourage you not to look for problems, but when they find you, breathe, relax, allow, and trust that your angels and guides are on the job, working diligently to present you with options for a way back into harmonic flow. This is universal truth. Nothing subjective about it. With that, Metatron blows you a kiss and fades from view. The transmission has ended. Take a moment to revel in all you have experienced. Consider how it applies to your life. Review any parts where you need more clarity. Then put Metatron's wise guidance to use in your life to experience more love, light, and downright magic in your days. Be sure to post your questions below because I'll be watching for them. If you found value in today's message, please like and subscribe if you haven't already so that you can be a part of helping to share Metatron's message. Many blessings to you. This is Debbra Lupien, voice of the Akashic Records. Bye for now.